Welcome to another video of Personal Ascension. Today's topic is about strength and muscle hypertrophy. But before I go into that, can I please ask all of you appreciated viewers to award this video with a like and subscribe to my channel for future valuable content. Now then, let's get to the video. When it comes to muscular hypertrophy, this is defined as creating microscopic tears within the muscle fibers so that they grow back bigger and possibly stronger. This is done by straining the muscles and putting them under sustained tensions to achieve muscle fatigue. When training for hypertrophy, it involves higher rep ranges, such as 8 to 12 reps, while lifting moderate weights, so that you would be able to lift within this rep range. A combination of compound and isolation exercises would also be optimal, since the compound exercises would work multiple muscles, and the isolation exercises would target specific muscles. Ideal rest periods for muscle hypertrophy would range from a minute to 90 seconds. So that the stress placed on the muscle does not go away from resting too long, which would otherwise hinder muscle growth. Strength training and how it works is a little less commonly known, but it refers to the neuromuscular adaptations or improvements in the efficiency of the recruitment and coordination of muscle fibers by the nervous system. This comes from the firing of motor units, which is the measure of how many motor neurons are activated in a muscle. This determines the amount of muscle fibers that will be activated on that muscle. Hence, the greater the motor unit recruitment, the greater and more forceful the muscle contraction will be. You want to be lifting at a high intensity, which utilizes fewer reps, such as from 1 to 6 reps, which means the weights you will be lifting will also be heavier, or account for anything above 80% of your 1 rep max. Standard compound exercises, such as the squat, bench press, and the deadlift, would also be ideal for strength training as it will build overall functional strength, since multiple muscle groups are involved during the lifts to provide as much force and effort as possible, compared to isolation exercises that only work a single or a few muscles. Thus, the less weight you can lift with isolation exercises. If you're looking to train for strength in a safer way and prevent the risk and worry of damaging your spine, then you can try isometrics and explosive movements. To give a few examples, you can attempt pushing against a wall with all your might for 10 seconds, or explosively pushing yourself back up from the downwards phase of the push-up exercise. The ideal rest time between sets for strength training would be from 2 to 5 minutes, as the muscles would need to fully recover after maximal or near maximal work, so that the same amount of effort can be exerted for the next set. Now, I will tell you how to utilize both muscle hypertrophy and strength to maximize and increase the benefits gained. Before that, though, I want you to take note of these few things. While you may obtain a decent muscle mass and achieve that aesthetic physique with hypertrophy, those muscles may not be functional. But how so? Considering that the progressive overload is made with heavier weights, sets, and reps. Well, it's due to the fact that no matter how heavy the weights are, they are still lifted at a moderate intensity so that they can be lifted within the hypertrophy range of about 8 to 12 reps. Sure, some strength will be gained, but it would not be equal to the amount of muscle gained. For strength training, on the other hand, you can get really powerful even with a small and lighter frame. But to continue to get stronger, you would essentially need more muscles to do this. This would also mean a heavier and larger frame. If this is hurting your head due to how contradicting it sounds, then now I will tell you how to utilize both training methods. The obvious key thing you need to do is to, of course, combine both methods of training. And to do this, you would want to lift heavy between 1 to 6 reps for compound exercises to build overall strength of the body, since again, multiple muscles are worked. This means that the weights you will be lifting should also be above 80% of your 1 rep max. Next, you would want to combine a few isolation exercises in your workouts with the compound exercises so that the specific muscles can be targeted and grown in size. Make sure you do the compound exercises first before moving on to the isolation exercises, as doing the isolation exercises first would fatigue the muscles to a degree where you would not be able to lift as much weight for compound exercises. Here is an example of a muscle strength and hypertrophy workout. Obviously, you do not want to heavily strain all the muscles in a single day of workout, although the compound exercises would work nearly all muscles, but not take each muscle to fatigue since the work is spread out through all the muscles. You also need to craft the workout so it works certain regions of the body, such as upper body on one day and lower body on the other. Make sure you also progress by increasing the weight, the number of sets and reps, to continuously elevate your muscle strength and hypertrophy. Of course, there is an alternative which you can follow, which is to replace the compound exercises with bodyweight exercises, such as pull-ups and dips, along with isometrics. For the bodyweight exercises, You can make progress by having extra weight on your body, and that could be in the form of having a chain around your waist with weight plates hanging, or simply wearing a heavy bag. Whichever works for you. For isometrics, again, you need to resist something which would need incredible amounts of force to do, such as pulling a towel in opposite directions. As an add-on, I would suggest training for hypertrophy to only a certain degree, and would focus more on strength to make the muscles more functional for real-life activities and situations. To finish off, make sure you stay consistent. Consume 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, since it would help with muscle tissue and repair, as well as getting enough and good quality rest through sleep. That takes us to the end of the video. I really hope you found it useful. Make sure to support my channel by liking and sharing this video, as well as subscribing to my channel to not miss out on more empowering content like this.